Alright, so a friend of mine had this the Cinemin Slice. I had the Aaxa M1, and I just really wanted to do a just kind of comparison to see what's up. I tend to export slideshows for of photos that I take to build kind of mobile slideshows at different events that I shoot and different things like that. And I've been pushing them to my iPad, and then using my iPad to work with my Aaxa projector. And I just wanted to kind of test out the Cinemin, since, you know, the whole pluggability, just kind of plug and play thing, and the speakers seemed kind of enticing. And hey, just to, you know, I figured why not? I just kind of want to see how they compare to each other. And they actually, the Cinemin Slice right now is almost twice as expensive as the Aaxa projector, while as far as specs are concerned, the Aaxa projector is about 3 times as bright. So I just kind of wanted to see, like, if the speakers were really worth it, or if the, you know, anyway, whatever. We're just gonna do a quick little comparison video, and get back to you. Okay, so I mean, I've had a chance to plug them in. I'm actually going to show you some footage comparing the two, as well as I'll shoot some photos, because I'm actually filming this whole thing on my iPhone, because I actually don't have another video camera, because I am a photographer. I shoot photos, I don't make videos. So anyway, this is kind of a little out of my balance, but it's fun. The main thing, after using this once, I really like this. The sound's pretty good. The main thing I didn't like, really, was if you can kind of get in there, I'm going to get in close and refocus so you can see it. Right there is our focus slider, and it just moves back and forth like this. There's no, you can't spin it like most projectors. It's actually really difficult to get like perfectly in focus. It took me a couple of minutes. Again, I was being really nitpicky, but it was just incredibly annoying. The sound quality was pretty nice. Again, I'll just kind of show you, test that, and mostly just talk about it in the posts that I make, because I sound like an idiot on camera. So the Aaxa was a lot brighter. It has a little, it's just a lot brighter. I mean, naturally, it's three times more powerful. But yeah, I mean, now the sound quality is a little bit different. The Aaxa, again, only has a single speaker, and the sound, in comparison to this, because it has this whole speaker system, like sound docking type thing, is really tinny on the Aaxa. But I mean, depends on what you're showing, and in most cases, I would actually, I mean, the output on this isn't so loud that I would forego a sound system if I was, you know, displaying a movie somewhere. But it is useful in a pinch. One thing I didn't really like is that on the Cinemin Slice, there's 0 keystoning. It was pretty frustrating, you know, because you basically have 2 options of projection, which is either at 90 degrees projecting straight up onto the ceiling, or projecting with this totally flat, like as such, I guess, you know, just projecting straight out. Because if you tilt it at all, you get this sort of wonky, distorted screen that there was really no way to fix. So that was quite frustrating when I was using it. Now, with the Aaxa thing, it is kind of a bummer that it's not widescreen in comparison to this actually being widescreen. But it kind of makes up for it in brightness, because you can project a much bigger image than you can with the Slice. So if you just deal with the letterboxing, you get a much bigger, brighter picture, which looks better, and the color quality is pretty solid. I did notice this Cinemin being a little green, which I wasn't a huge fan of. However, I don't know if it's just this unit or what, but in comparison, the color I liked a lot better on the Aaxa. Again, you can kind of see, like, this is what I was talking about earlier, how this has a circular focusing mechanism, which is, I mean, true to form with most focusing things. Anytime you focus on the camera, you're doing manual focus, it's usually in a circular form, where this little pole focus thing just drove me flipping crazy trying to get it in focus. The other thing I didn't really like about the Slice was that, like, once you put your iPad docked on here, I mean, it was so wobbly. Like, there was no stabilization really, or not much stabilization as far as using it on there, and I just felt like it was just a little finicky. Now, using your iPhone with this thing plugged in totally, I mean, your iPhone's not really going anywhere, but the iPad sticks out and is so bulky and it hangs up over the top here that it just was a little worrisome. Again, you know, if you're bouncing around with it sitting on your bed, projecting on the ceiling, like, I didn't like that too much, especially that I have 2 kids running around here. Something is definitely going to break. This is a more compact unit. I liked how much smaller it is in comparison. Granted, the size in this is mostly going to be the sound tubes that are propelling most of that pretty decent sound quality out of it. So anyway, I really like this as a dock. It is a solid unit. It's a little expensive, though. I've seen recent price drops on them. The Aaxa, I was really impressed with the image quality. The speaker is not that impressive, but it does have a pretty, I mean, it has audio out, and you can project a pretty, if you have a small sound docking system, that typically is going to be, most sound docks that I've used are a little bit better than this one. However, they don't have a projector built in them, so, this is a pretty cool unit. However, I do tend to favor my Aaxa, but that's because I'm very image-based. I want the quality of my image to be superb. Whereas sound, sound seems to be a whole other issue that I can solve with an external unit, but if the picture quality isn't really there, then it's just not there. This standalone by itself, still a pretty good unit. I was still pretty impressed with it, just when comparing the two. This is definitely much less expensive and just a better picture. So, I mean, those are my thoughts on it. So, thanks for enduring my most likely annoying voice. And this fun little video is just kind of a fun thing to make. Hope you enjoyed it or found it useful.